percentile. We got pretty lucky. Let's take a look at the second round. We've already gone over the first round, but since then we had, starting on the left here, UConn. They played Northwestern, beat them down pretty easily. San Diego State, they handled Yale. So just like that, Sweet 16. Got this matchup predicted perfectly. And then Illinois took down Duquesne. I didn't have Duquesne there, but it's okay. We had Illinois winning. And then Iowa State, they took down Washington State. We didn't have Washington State there. It doesn't matter. We have another Sweet 16 slot predicted correctly. UNC played Michigan State, took them down. We had that. And Alabama defeated Grand Canyon, another Sweet 16 spot. Correct. Raider, this one's hurt me a little bit. I didn't even have I didn't have Clemson. Sorry, not Kansas. I didn't have Clemson winning anything. Alright, I had them losing first round. All of a sudden, they're out here upsetting Baylor. But Arizona, we got that one right over Dayton. So hopefully Arizona, they're our champ. Hopefully they continue to get dubs. But yeah, that's pretty good. On the left side there, we come over to the right. Yep, so we've had Tennessee. We've had them making the run all the way here. Although, unfortunately, I don't know. I just made some random guesses. South Carolina, thought they would go on a run for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but lost first round. Oregon surprising everybody, but Creighton, what a crazy game that was. Oregon, Creighton went to OT. Oregon, just when you only have two guys that can score, it gets pretty tough. But they battled. They really battled in that one. But Creighton just ended up dominating the overtime. They really took over. They looked pretty good. They looked pretty good for sure. But I got Tennessee winning this one against Creighton, so hopefully, well, I had them. They're supposed to play South Carolina, but that didn't work out. But not as bad as the Kentucky one, anyways. But moving up to here, Gonzaga over Kansas. We had that one. Kansas is trash. They got destroyed. That one wasn't even close. Even Bill Self, he didn't even like his team. He was talking about how his team didn't have the same firepower as they've had in previous years. But speaking of firepower, Purdue, I mean, they just 106. They just destroyed Utah State. I mean, they only put up 78 on Grambling State. So, I mean, that's Utah State. What are you doing? But I guess going into that one, the problem was Utah State. They didn't really have the big men, and Purdue pretty much has the best big man in college basketball. So that's tough. That's just tough. That's a really bad matchup for them, and they just got destroyed, unfortunately. But yeah, so Purdue, Gonzaga, had that predicted correctly. So got Purdue winning that one. We will see what happens. But sliding back up, so we had Marquette versus Colorado, another great game. This is similar to the South Carolina one. I don't know what I was doing with these SEC teams, but I had Florida winning. They lost to Colorado in that first one. Colorado played Marquette pretty tough, but then I had Florida beating Marquette just as a random upset. I don't know. Didn't get it right, so Marquette got the dub. And then, of course, the Kentucky one, they lost to Oakland. NC State beat Texas Tech, we had that one. And then NC State took care of Oklahoma. So, NC State, Marquette, meeting here, don't have either of those teams, so that's a little unfortunate. And, of course, Kentucky, they're really killing me. Calipari's washed. He should probably be fired. His time is up. Although he has a lifetime contract or whatever, but that's brutal. These are two spots, it's the one spot that I got nothing. I got nothing coming out of this quadrant. Of course, I just had to pick Kentucky to go to the Final Four for whatever reason. My thinking was, hey, Kentucky, they haven't gone on a run in a while. Maybe they're due for a run. Maybe I should have thought of it the opposite way. Oh, Kentucky, they haven't been good lately. They haven't been good for a while. That's gonna continue. But I thought they were due. I thought they were due for a run. crazy. There's a lot of blowouts, but also a lot of overtime games. So nice mix of everything. And then so we had Duke winning that one, and then meeting Houston, and Houston beat Texas A&M. That's what we had. That was a pretty good one. That was close. A&M, they had a shot. That was another really good game. A lot of good games, a lot of good ones. But yeah, Houston and Duke. We had that matchup, and we got Duke winning that one. So let's see, of the Elite Eight, or I keep saying the Elite Eight, but we're in the Sweet 16. Let's count how many teams we have right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 wrong here. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 out of 16, I'd say that's pretty good. That's probably why I'm in the 97th percentile. And a couple of decent early round matchups. The only problem is my max number isn't too high. I'm about 1,600 for max. Max points. I've seen some other brackets with 1,700, so we'll see how that ends up. But hopefully we can continue the streak. But yeah, I got Duke, UConn, Iowa State. Neither of these teams winning, and then Purdue, UNC, Arizona, and Tennessee. Got all of them winning this one, but that's for this bracket. Maybe I gotta do the second chance bracket that they do. I'll have a video coming out about that for the second chance bracket starting in the Sweet 16. Probably get that out tomorrow, but yeah, this is the result. Like I said, I'm in the top 97%. I'm in the 97th percentile or whatever. But doing pretty well. Anytime you're the number your ranking is like less than 1 million, that's pretty good. But like I said, I went into this knowing less and less than I have in the past, and it's crazy. My bracket is doing well. Maybe in previous years, I probably wouldn't have picked. I don't know. Like Grand Canyon. I don't think I would have had them in the first round or something. But I really didn't have any that crazy picks. I got a lot of the 8-9 matchups right, and that really helps. Just ones like Michigan State, Utah State. My 6 and 11s, they weren't the best, but and 7, some of the 7 over 10s, like just getting Texas State, and those were good. Moving up top, I got the Drake one was wrong, and then of course the Florida one was wrong, so those hurt. But just JMU, I think in years past I would have went with Wisconsin, but not this year. A&M, that's another one I might have gone with Nebraska in years past, but A&M, I heard they were good, so I heard they were seated lower than what they should be, or something like that. But San Diego State, UAB, I probably would have picked San Diego State no matter what in that one. But Northwestern over FAU, I don't know. That's just lucky guess, lots of lucky guesses. That's what this all is. It's just luck. But it's exciting to watch, for sure. So there it is. There is the bracket update for March Madness. You have now seen inside the mind of a genius. It's time for you to relax